So today we're going to be talking about another kind of verbal, a gerund. We talked about participles and participial phrases acting as adjectives. Those are the ing or ed verbs that describe something like running water. A gerund is also an ing verb form, but it is actually acting as a noun. So what I hope you can do by the end of this lesson is define what a gerund is and what function it has in a sentence, whether it's a subject, object, or complement, and diagram sentences with gerunds and gerundial phrases. So as I said, they're a verb form ending in ing. They're either a subject or a complement. So in my examples I have here, the subject, running is good for you. Running is what the whole sentence is about. Is the verb, and good is your complement. One form of exercise is running. Running in this case is a complement to exercise, the predicate nominative. Direct object, Sam likes running. Likes is your actual verb that is the action done in the sentence. Running is what is getting liked. And as the object of a preposition, you should wear good shoes for running. For is your preposition, and running is the object. The main thing to do here, again, like with participial phrases, is you need to figure out its function within the sentence. So is it acting as a noun, ing verb form, it's a gerund. If it is a modifier, then obviously it's a participle. If it's next to a helping verb, it is more than likely going to be part of the verb phrase itself. So make sure it's not next to a helping verb. If it is, you really got to analyze it. So a gerundial phrase contains a gerund and any modifiers or complements it may have. So in this case, the subject here is actually pounding. Pounding came from the cross-country team's hard training. Training is the object of from. So to analyze this entire gerundial phrase, the and loud both modify pounding. The prepositional phrase of footsteps also describes pounding. And the cross-country team's hard all modify training. So as a whole, this group of words is acting like a noun. And same with this one. Now, to diagram a gerund and a gerundial phrase, you have to use what is called a stilt. The reason being that because it acts as a noun, remember, those always go on a horizontal line. Because it is a phrase, you're going to have modifiers that have to drop down. So that means I actually have to lift my gerund up off of the main horizontal line of the sentence and put it on a stilt like this. You'll note that the left side leans up a little bit. That's where you're putting your base of the verb, and then the ing would go on the horizontal part, so it kind of flows down there. If it has a modifier, same thing as always, modifiers go on diagonal lines underneath the word that they are modifying, so this one will be playing gleefully. And then again, complements, remember that a lot of verbals are going to have the base form of either a linking verb or a transitive verb. In that case, the complement would be what the verb is being done to, even though it's acting as a noun. So, gleefully playing a game. In this case, gleefully modifies playing, a obviously modifies game, and the game is what is being played. So you're going to have that vertical line again that stops at the horizontal line, indicating beginning of my object. So, to parse this sentence out, it's a pretty complicated one. As I explained earlier, all of this text up here, you can pause it if you want to review what I said. But the loud pounding came from the cross-country team's hard training. Pounding again is my subject, so it's going to go in the subject position of the sentence. All of these are the modifiers. Came is an intransitive verb, so nothing comes after it. But where it came from, making it an adverbial preposition, came from training. Training is the object of the preposition, and the cross-country teams and hard all modify training. So it looks complicated, but if you break it into its individual elements, diagramming with the stilt or the standard really is not that complicated. The main thing that it's indicating is right here, these words are all acting together as a single part of speech. So with this one, the cross-country team likes running long distances swiftly. Obviously, I've got my clues up here for what's modifying. But I want you to go ahead and hit pause, grab a piece of paper, and draw this diagram down. I'll put more examples up as a handout for you, but I want you to go ahead and draw this diagram and see if you can fill it in with this sentence. I'll start talking again in about 5 seconds. Okay, so the subject is the cross-country team. I'm going to call that a compound noun. And what they're doing is liking. So that's my verb. The is obviously the definite article describing cross-country team. And then the direct object is running long distances swiftly. So as I pointed out, running is actually my verbal phrase. I'm going to put the ing on the horizontal line. What they are running is distances, so that's a complement. What kind of distances? Long distances. And then how they are running is swiftly. So you got to make sure, even though the order of the words is different in the original sentence, swiftly is modifying the running itself, not the distances. And obviously long is running the distances. So when you're looking at your modifiers, make sure you ask the questions, which one, what kind, how many. That's going to be an adjective. Any other question, and it's an adverb. Like I said, I'll have more practice exercises for you on a separate handout. So what you should do now is do the practice questions on, or practice sentences rather, on gerunds and gerundial phrases. Check your answers against the key that I'll post online. Take the exit quiz on Schoology and complete the exit survey so I know if you need to dedicate time. And of course, you can rewatch this video as many times as you need for further clarification, or you can always seek me out for help. I'm here for you. That's all for today. Layered out.